Hey guys, welcome to the channel and another video. Today I'm going to be watching Tremors by Ron Underwood starring Kevin Bacon. I don't believe I've heard of or watched anything Underwood made, but I definitely heard of Tremors before. It used to play on HBO in the early 2000s and I distinctly remember watching ads for the film. I know that the film has some sort of a earthworm or snake-like creature that lives underground. I also know that this is a horror film with a black comedy, I think. I'm a big fan of Kevin Bacon's work, by the way. He was such a fantastic actor in the 80s and 90s, and he has had a wonderful resurgence in the 2010s with roles in films like X-Men or Crazy Stupid Love. Enough talk. Before we get into it, to help support the channel, I have a Patreon page for full-length reactions to this film and over 80 movies, early access, and weekly polls for what to watch next. You will need your own copy to watch along. Please consider being a patron. Please subscribe to the channel. Do check out my other videos. Like if you liked this video, dislike it if you didn't. With all that being said, let's get started. Tremors, Underwood, Bacon, let's go. It looks like the film is set in the West.
Good morning, Mr. Bassett. This is your wake-up call.
Hey, I know this actor. I don't know his name, but I definitely have seen him before.
I wish I stampede up your ass.
Yeah, this is definitely country music with the harmonica and everything.
No breakfast?
It's your turn.
Rock, paper, scissors.
If we were real serious about money, we'd quit being hired hands.
Handyman, Earl.
Handyman.
We are handymen.
Day. It's garbage day.
Oh, man. Hey, who the hell's that? That's supposed to be a girl.
I like the truck.
You will have long blonde hair, world-class breasts, ass that won't quit, and legs that go all the way up.
Not what he expected.
Hi. Do you know if anybody's doing any drilling or blasting?
Around here? No, ma'am.
Well, I've been getting some really strange readings.
Ooh.
I mean, the school's had these machines up here for 3 years, and we've never recorded anything like this. Anyway, sorry to bother you.
No problem.
Okay, we're still getting introduced to characters.
I'm a victim of circumstance.
I thought you called it your pecker.
Okay, there's more humor in the film than I originally expected.
Look, these are hollow points, but they're not Hydra-Shock hollow points.
The cinematography so far is pretty simple, so is the camera work. Ooh, that's an old school seismograph. The modern ones are smaller. Oh. Okay, the camera work is improving. Okay.
Cocktail?
They store the beer inside a toilet seat.
We have got to set our sights a little bit higher.
He generally enjoys his job, but he's not happy with what he's doing now. Underwood is intentionally trying to make us laugh and make us lighthearted before he presents us with the creature. They're a little rough around the edges, but their intentions are good.
We're not delivering firewood anymore. We're heading for Bixby Permanent.
I have this big order to fill and I have to build my new pottery kiln. Come on, it'll be at least a month's work. I'll throw in lunches and beer.
The beer. And they still said no.
Hey, that's him, I'm telling you.
Edgar, get your butt down from there!
Can't leave him up there.
Oh man, lost 2 in a row.
Jesus.
He is dead.
Was it a heart attack, Doctor?
Died of dehydration.
Whoa, he wasn't electrocuted.
You mean he sat up there 3 or 4 days? He sat up there and just died of thirst?
Oh, maybe he was scared of the creature, but we haven't seen the creature yet. But it's being inferred. This usually happens, like when animals start freaking out, It's time to freak out yourself. And something attacked that farmer.
Come on, somebody must have chased him up there.
There's a definite change in music. Holy crap. The sheep are dead. Oh man.
Ah, Jesus!
What the hell's going on?
That got me.
What? A murderer, man, a real psych! I'm not kidding!
They're pulling our chain!
Underwood is focusing on the drill. Oh, must have struck a nerve of the creature. Oh, and he's gone. So is that man.
Oh, first dead?
Do something like that.
Come on, you bullshit.
We decided to leave this place just one damn day too late, you know.
Oh, it's those construction workers.
Bill!
4 people dead in the space of a day. Earl and Val must be freaking the F out.
I tell you! You gotta bring the clutch!
Oh, good for them.
I don't need to spend the night out here.
Good point.
Cry, baby.
Could it have been coyotes?
Thought you two were in Bixby by now.
Well, never gonna believe this. Canyon Road, you're on it. Bert, be careful.
They didn't get stuck.
It's dead. To be one strong son of a bitch. I'll give you boys $5. 15. Okay, 15.
Damn right, 15.
And judging by the construction drill, I figure that these creatures are attracted to noise or seismic activity.
Just keep looking at that beautiful sky.
Oh, that damn thing.
It ate the generator because it was vibrating, I think.
You don't want to fall in.
Listen to your wife. These jump scares are actually working. Holy crap. I have 2 things to say about that. Firstly, great prop. And number 2 is I thought the creature would be bigger. But it looks like it has several heads, at least, or tentacles. Okay, the creature is bigger. Wow.
Why aren't you calling somebody in Bixby? The police are...
Oh, no. We can't reach outside the valley because of the mountains.
Edgar's all right.
Rifle.
Police get back
Ah, he wins once. I have a bad feeling about Melvin. His pranks might actually cost his life.
Doctor!
Was that old couple, was the man the doctor? Oh my goodness. I'd be freaking the heck out.
What the hell are those things? How could they bury a whole station wagon?
They're under the goddamn ground.
Oh, he's a good shot. Oh, awesome prop. And I just realized those tentacles come out of its mouth. I know another film like this, Dune, which I have not watched yet, with an underground creature. Do let me know if I should watch that original Dune or wait for the new one.
We killed it. Fuck you!
I love his acting.
Hey, guys. What's that?
All right, together.
I don't see any eyes.
I found the ass end!
Kevin Bacon, wow.
Yeah, it must push itself along with these.
Well, Chang don't get his slick mitts on this for no measly $15.
You got that right.
They're thinking of making money.
The way I figure it, there's 3 more of these things.
What?
There were 4. They only got 1 of them.
This way.
Up on that rock!
They can go through the ground, but not rocks.
Where the hell's your truck? Oh, man. I don't think we can make that. Oh, man.
This is like the 4th time Underwood is emphasizing on how bad these creatures smell.
Okay, so they predate the fossil record.
I vote for outer space.
We've got to do something.
Expert woman.
Watch it, Valentine. It's got a good 6-foot reach.
Oh, it's still there.
It's been waiting here all this time?
Well, it's got no eyes, right?
It senses seismic vibration.
I remember driving in the forests of Tasmania where there was no phone signal, and we were almost out of fuel. So we barely made it, and we were scared out of our minds because there was no way to contact anyone, and the road was like completely barren.
I think the first thing we gotta do, see if old Stump is still out there.
We just stay where it can't get us.
Nicely done. What a beautiful shot.
I say we all jump together.
Right. These animals are huge.
Where did they come from?
Look, these creatures are absolutely unprecedented.
Yeah, but where do they come from?
Yeah.
That was a question. That was a stupid question. She just answered it. They're unprecedented. And I just realized that it's a valley, so there's only one way in or one way out.
Okay, Val, you say let's get out of here. So where are we supposed to go?
They can't move through rock. So I think we should head west to the mountains.
I scared you, didn't I?
Dude. No, dude.
Andy?
Melvin, get you!
Okay, I'm pretty impressed with the animatronics. Oh, Mindy.
Jeez, here comes another one!
Oh. There are 3 left, I forgot. Cut the wire, cut the wire.
Still your pants!
Somehow Earl is a little proud.
I got it.
Oh no! That was weirdly a very well shot scene.
Get up on your roof! No way!
Are you taking them seriously now, Melvin?
Nancy! Get up on your roofs! Up on your roofs!
No tracks. No sign, no spoor.
Walter, you there? Come back. Yo, who's minding the store, for God's sake?
Man, they're going.
Take your radio, you and Heather, get up on your roof. They're coming right now!
Load your weapons. They think the rifles can stop it.
Jesus Christ!
Look at the amount of guns they have! They're going full Rambo. I actually expected them to die like idiots, but no. They know what they're doing. These are huge shells. And a flare gun. Triumphant music, which means the creature is dead. Good for you, bird. I like you.
Broke into the wrong goddamn rec room, didn't you, you bastard?
Rec room. With all these guns, it's a recreation room.
2 more mother humpers.
I never figured on having to shoot through dirt. Best goddamn bullet stuff there is.
He's up to something!
Well, it isn't our old pal Stumpy.
Stumpy. Oh, brute force. Amazing set.
This bastard's trying something new. Looks to me like they're coming up with a plan.
They might be smarter than I'm giving them credit for. Run!
You gotta do something!
We're coming after everybody. Just hang tight. Over.
And they have no way out.
The cat! Could we take the cat?
Of course. That's a hell of a long walk.
Good zoom out.
Damn. I lost. Guess I'll have to do it.
I won. I pick who does it.
This one's going too!
Okay, both of them are distracted. Val is going for it. That was a good shot. I can't believe they're achieving most of the effects, if not all, using practical effects, not CGI.
Be quiet!
Create another distraction, guys. Oh, that's a tense scene. That should distract them. Get up, Rhonda. The music has really picked up now, and I love the choice of actually filming the whole thing in the daylight. Underwood isn't hiding anything. I think they're making pipe bombs.
Come on, let's go, you two. We're headed for the mountain.
We got some new things to teach them.
Jesus Christ, we're only going 9 miles.
Yeah, well, those things are gonna be on our ass every foot of the way, right?
Just give them some time. They know what they're doing. I doubted them at the beginning first.
Hey, give me a gun, I'll take one. I wouldn't give you a gun if it was World War III.
Nobody trusts Melvin. They're moving at a snail's pace, but it's working.
Hey, what's that?
Oh, it's almost like they created a roadblock, a sinkhole, but not a hole.
They dug a trap.
They're smarter. Explosion!
I don't know.
Oh, here they come! They're coming back!
We're gonna have to make a run for those rocks.
We run like goddamn bastards. Pardon my French.
This will make them think twice.
Melvin has a gun. I wouldn't call the score original, but it really works in situations like this.
You asshole, there's no bullets in this gun.
Sure.
Could we make it to the mountains? Use Bert's explosives.
No way.
Going fishing like.
Oh! Oh, that's dead. One of them is dead. Yeah. Awesome. What a mess.
There.
Look who it is.
Stumpy.
Some bitch is mine.
I don't think they're going to fall for it 2 times in a row. Oh no.
Get back, run!
Oh! That's actually impressive stunt work, considering the actors were so close to the explosion. And this scene is actually pretty tense. And it's working.
Wait. He's trying to trick us.
What are you gonna do, Val?
Bastard ain't smarter than us.
I think I have an idea. Just like the first one they killed. They tricked it! Oh, so satisfying. What a great prop.
It just suddenly hit me, you know.
Smile.
Hey.
I think he's going to change his criteria about women.
Yeah, well, thanks for everything, you know, saving my life and stuff.
Yeah, well.
Come on, dude. Go for it.
I'm working up to it. Rhonda.
That was a fun movie. It wasn't as scary or anything. There were jump scares, but there was more humor than this horror. Thank you for this recommendation, guys. Okay, I took some time to collect my thoughts. First off, that was a really fun 90 minutes. I wouldn't call this a horror film though. To me, it was more like a comedy thriller. Ron Underwood did a decent job with the directing, but I wouldn't say that the direction was excellent. Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward, though, were great in their roles, with Kevin Bacon taking the cake for me. The strengths of the film included its humor, the practical effects and props, and the excellent score, whereas the cinematography and the character development I'd consider weaknesses. Although I don't think a film like this warrants a high tier character development, make what you want from that. Let's start with the directing by Ron Underwood and the script by him, Brent Maddock, and S.S. Wilson. The writers and director start the story off pretty slow and deliberate, introducing us to Perfection Valley and its residents. In fact, the writers spend the better part of the first act establishing the narrative, which is a good thing. It's a shame though, because the characters are all unique and I don't think they have significant changes to them, at least in their base personality over the runtime. They are who they are from the beginning to the end, if you know what I mean. The film had 4 creatures, which Walter names Graboids because they grab people. Hilarious. I assumed that there would be one big Graboid they had to kill, but there were 4, which was surprising. Each one of them were killed in very creative ways. My favorite one had to be the one killed by the prepper couple, Bert and Heather. I was so skeptical of them at first, thinking they were typical gun nuts, but I was glad to have been proven wrong. They unloaded at least, 200 rounds into the Graboid before it dies. That was a great scene to watch, and my perception of the couple changed immediately with me supporting them. The amount of humor in the film really surprised me too. I was laughing throughout a huge chunk of the film. The humor was derived from impending doom, making it scary in addition to being funny. Great work there. The cinematography of this film was average. Apart from a few landscape shots, the work was pretty generic. I saw a few creative camera angles, like the zoom in on one of the Graboids or when it moves underground. So there's that. The editing was kept simple, even in the more chaotic moments, which is a pretty good sign. I had no trouble following the plot, nor have I any complaints in the action sequences, I think. The score and the sound design of the film were great. The score, although a little generic, was very appropriately used. The upbeat music really kept me on my toes, and it also worked great in elevating the humor and keeping a light tone. The sound design was great too, with convincing effects when the creature was moving underground, and the sounds of the explosions were very entertaining. I love explosions in films. Speaking of the explosions, the props, the practical effects and stunt work and set design, they were a highlight for me. The Graboids were genuinely terrifying in their design, and the props themselves were pretty impressive. I'm still unsure whether the movements of the Graboids were using puppeteers or animatronics, but whatever they were, I couldn't tell, and that goes to show the great work done here. A lot of the stunt work was done by the actors themselves, which was impressive. The pole vaulting scene in particular was very well shot. The sets were excellent too, with a lot of convincing destruction of buildings. The underground work was very well done. I could imagine the amount of work done here behind the scenes to make everything look realistic, because it did. Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward played the lead roles of Val and Earl. Both of them were excellently cast with great chemistry between them. They were somewhat fundamentally different people, with Val being more hot-headed and funnier and younger, whereas Earl was played as a more older and wiser and reserved character. But they played off each other really well. Finn Carter played Rhonda, a student and Val's eventual love interest. Her character was a little weak, compared to the others, but she was needed to provide exposition, not only to the audience, but the townsfolk themselves. You always need a character like this in a film where there's an unexplained monster of sorts. You need a scientist or somebody who has knowledge to at least, enlighten the rest of the actors. I don't mean actors, characters. My favorite characters, Bert and Heather, were played by Michael Gross and Reba McEntire. Those gun nuts really came through when it came down to it. Characters like Melvin and Walter also provided a lot of humor as the plot moved forward. I have talked about the criticisms like the cinematography or the lack of character development of the actors, but I heard there are sequels to this film, so do let me know if they're worth watching on the channel. Overall, this was a highly entertaining movie. The direction by Ron Underwood was decent, the acting was solid, and the actual Graboids were rather convincingly made. The music and humor in the film were on point, and like I said before, I wouldn't call this a straight up horror film. It was more comedy thriller in my books. If the sequels are worth watching, do let me know. Anyways, thank you for watching. I have a Patreon page. Consider being a patron, subscribe to the channel. Do check out my other videos, like if you liked this video, dislike it if you didn't. I will see you in the next one. Bye.